What's up, Tiger Belly crew? First off, the last podcast with Adam Ray was hilarious. Almost shit at work. Anyways,
Wow.
I was adopted. I was adopted from Seoul, and fresh out of the oven, I was flown to California, where I grew up outside of Fresno. I don't have any info on my birth parents other than my mom's name and the district I was born in. I've been getting these strong urges the past couple of years to try and find her, and I've decided that when the time's right, I'll move there for a couple of years. I got one big problem, though. I'd be leaving everything behind. I guess you could say I got everything I need here. Family, friends, girlfriend, desk job. But honestly, I'd give that all up just to find my birth mom and learn more about my country. Hell, I'd even wash dishes in some alley if that's what it takes to survive.
Oh, my God.
I've only had a few people tell me about this idea, and they all say this won't do anything for my future or career. I know you probably had to make huge life changes, so my question is, how do you deal with all the pushback and keep your goals in sight?
Also, what kind of friends do you have if all they think there is in life is your future or career? What about your soul?
Yeah.
What about the things that actually matter that easy for them to say? They have their birth parents.
But it's
they know
also,
who that is.
it's not going to take 2 years.
Yeah.
Also, why would meeting your birth mother have to be such a drastic thing?
I mean, I get that. All right. Especially, here's a guy was adopted probably by white people. Mm-hmm. It's always the case. So that's the assumption I'm going to make.
What do you mean?
He was adopted, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
And he had white parents.
Okay.
That adopted him.
Mm-hmm.
You're Asian. You grew up in this white house. I can only imagine that your whole life you're like, I mean, I love these people and they love me and I love them like my parents, but you want to long for your own flesh and where you came from and your little personality quirks and stuff. Like I know where I get when I look at my brother and he gets rageful. I know he gets that from my dad. It's cute.
Is it?
Some of my loud things that I do in public is from my mom. Mm-hmm. It's cute, and I know where I get it from. I also know in terms of like diseases, like my dad has high blood pressure, he has stroke, and all those things. You just want to know what you're made of and who you are, and I think I get it, but I don't think it's gonna take 2 years. You have to live on the streets,
Yeah, it
I think
doesn't have to be that dramatic. I don't think.
you could maybe spend a couple of months.
Yeah.
Hi, Remy.
Why don't you just find her and then take like a 10-day trip out her to meet her?
Yeah.
If she's even open to that, because
She might not be open to it.
She
If
might
she's
not
not,
want to.
So
you also have to prepare yourself for the fact that that's a possibility that someone does not want to meet the son that they.
I know, but you know what? It's like even if right now I've imagined me like on stage, and some kid that kind of looks like me comes up to me after the show and go, "Hey, I just want to let you know you're my dad."
Your reaction?
What? Who's your mom? Let's just say Jennifer Field.
Very specific.
Very
Real person.
specific.
Or any of my, or whatever, whoever.
Yeah.
Or so, like I remember I had sex with a girl from Portland, and I did it with no condom. So it says it was her, right? And he's like, yeah. So I forgot her name. But let's just say
Was
Sandra.
that the girl who came to your show and would try to give you like nipple tassels as gifts?
No, that's not her.
Oh.
What? Okay. That's a weird. Okay.
And so, and I said, "Well, is that girl?" And then I would be like, "Oh, fuck, I never knew." He's like, "I know, but yeah, I just wanted to meet you." And I'd be like, "Well, you want to have lunch?" I mean, I would want to know what his life was like. Everything about him. I want to know everything about him. And if he doesn't want to know me or any of that, then that's fine. That's his prerogative. But for me, I would want to be a part of his life in some degree.
Like, can you imagine, Julie, my niece who was with us for 3 months,
Yeah.
her dad wants nothing to do with her life. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine.
She's such a great girl.
It's
and he's missing out.
insane that people do that. But I have to fart. Hold up.
Oh,
But,
my God.
Strong. But
Yeah, I took Imodium to AD. That's why.
oh.
So I know that's it's shit free. That's why I pulled it out. I could just put the strength in it. Anyway, dude, I was just sidetracked. My second show in San Antonio.
Yeah.
A Saturday night. Maybe like 80% of my act is done. and I had a big fart.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped the show and I said, hey guys, do you mind if I just fart in the mic just see what it sounds like? And the whole crowd, yeah. I farted in such a way that it was a 2-minute laugh. Like it literally, I did it. It went like that. That's what it sounded like. It had like 9 different sounds to it. You know, like that. And it just caused an eruption of laughter, and I was laughing too. And it just was a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Do you guys know the Instagram
See your mom.
account? I think it's called Just Farts. Let me see.
No. Oh, that's
It's
cool.
the greatest thing. You guys have to
I have
follow,
to follow
Just Farts. Wait, let me make sure that's the correct.
While you do that.
Yeah, it is just_farts. And here, I'll show. It's just a guy in the dark recording his farts.
How do you know it's real though?
What do you mean? He's like, just farts. His bio is, come check out my farts. 100% real farts. DM me your farts if you want to be featured.
Bob, you got to do it. This video clip, send it
Hold on,
in.
let me see this one. Yeah, that was his latest one.
Is it videos or just all black?
He only has 600 followers.
I don't know.
How did you discover
How do you
this?
find that if it's
He
600?
has 600 followers, and he's following 4,000 people.
The only way you could find something like that is if you actually search farts on Instagram.
No, I think one of your... We got to find one that mimics yours. Oh my
Oh my god, that was a good one.
That's great.
Like all these comedians follow.
Okay, so that's, I think, one of your openers. I think Craig actually
Craig,
told me
yeah.
about it.
So anyway, back to this guy. We've been talking about farts. and
He's like, I want to see my
I
mom.
want to see my mom.
I'm gonna find out who she is.
You have every right to look. And if she was a decent human being, I think she'd want to meet you. And I think I would go for it. But don't live out there for 2 years and become a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are ways to reunite without having to give your entire life away. And also, if your friends aren't supportive,
Weird. Yeah.
I find that to be really weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
All the dogs are coming in here.
Unless they're aware of the fact that, like, maybe she was like some,
Crazy
horrible,
person, yeah.
crazy person. Babe, no, because the puppy, babe, don't put puppy on a table. The puppy will fall.
Oh,
break
will?
its bones. Yeah.
Oh, it'll break its bones?
Yes. Okay.
Jesus, God.
Give me that. Give me that.
Puppy off.
All
Oh my
right.
gosh. Oh,
Get the puppy.
any shows for Bobby?
Um,
No shows.
when's your next show, babe?
I don't remember.
Go to Bobby Lee Live.